Aloha, everybody. I am truly honored to have my mentor, who is my Hanai son, and we know what Hanai means in Hawaiian, but my adopted son, because he is young enough to be my son. I met Alex, I think earlier this year. And when I first met him, I was, okay, he's out of my realm because he is an awesome, awesome online marketer. So, I'm like, okay, I don't know how to get into his community. And then, I kind of went about my own business, trying to really promote some type of business because I'm all about collaboration. How can I help other people as well as myself? And then my friend came back to me, Lee, I got this really great program. You got to go look at it. I'm like, okay, she wants my money. How much money is it going to cost me? And is it really worth it? And then she introduced it. She brought on Alex, and I'm like, holy smokes, guys. So that means I am not paying Alex to coach me. I get his help for love. So Alex.
Different type of exchange. Yeah.
Yeah. So share with us about your experience, what you did, how you got to be where you're at. Because I hear you lived in Hawaii also.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on the show, Lee. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I lived on Hawaii for 3.5 years. I moved there 2 months before the pandemic to be a hotel manager. I got the best job of my entire life. I was an international award-winning hotel manager, moved to Hawaii on a one-way ticket with my girlfriend. I got a beach at the Modern Honolulu. You know that place, the Modern on Waikiki Beach? I mean, it's a nice hotel, 5-star hotel.
Oh, yes.
Very nice. Literally got the job, was about to make 6 figures as a 27-year-old, and they literally called me up on my first day. I was living in Discovery Bay right across the street. They called me and they said, don't come into work today. You're laid off because of COVID. And I was like, wow, like, what am I going to do now? Well, I started driving food delivery. So I would drive all around Waikiki Beach in my Honda Fit, delivering food to all the, but all the businesses were closed. I mean, so everyone's locked in their home and I'm driving all around. And it was kind of fun for a little bit. And then, the hotels didn't open up. I mean, Hawaii had one of the strictest lockdowns out of anywhere. And I realized after about 6 months, then it became a year, like, I better look for something else. I better do something different. And I became a real estate agent. I didn't know anything about doing an online business, nothing. And, or doing a business. I wasn't an entrepreneur and I didn't really want to post on social media, but I just got so broke, so desperate. I literally started recording videos in my car in between food deliveries to try to make sales in Hawaii, home sales, right? I was like, how am I ever going to find people? I tried to go knock on doors and they were like, get out of here. It's COVID. What are you doing? And I ended up selling 3 homes in Hawaii in my first 9 months as a realtor, $1 million a piece. And I made more money in my first sale than I did the entire previous year.
I think you had shared that story with me once.
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing it here? Because I think it's a truly inspiring story to give us all hope that we can achieve it.
Well, so I was driving food delivery literally 7 days a week, sometimes 12 to 14 hours a day. I'd wake up at 6 a.m. I'd do deliveries and I would go all the way till it got dark, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. I do that 7 days a week. I went $25,000 into credit card debt. I had to pay $500 just in interest payment every month. And I had a $2,000 rent payment and I had credit card debt. I mean, I just had so many different things. And I was sitting on the bed with my girlfriend one day. We had $500 in our bank account and rent was due in a week. And I said, if we ever get out of this, we are going to help other people because we need help really bad right now. And we did. We got somebody to help us pay our rent that month. And people helped us pay rent other months. And I really didn't like doing it, but we had no other choice and just racking up credit card debt. And like I said, I was driving food delivery and I would message people and I would try to grow my real estate business. I put all the fees on a credit card and was messaging people. And then all of a sudden one day, somebody on social media randomly messages me. They go, Alex, we should talk sometime. And I messaged them back. I literally said, about what? And they're like, real estate. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a real estate agent. Duh, yeah, of course, yeah. So we're talking and we're going back and forth. And he says, I'm actually flying to Hawaii in January. Can you meet me? And I was like, sure, yeah, of course. So I go rent a car with a credit card, literally the last money I have on a credit card to rent a car. I pick him up from the airport. We're going to drive to go look at our first house because I couldn't drive him around in my car because it smelled like pizza and it's like a Honda Fit. It's like this big. So I rent this nice car and we're driving. I pick him up at the airport. We're driving to go look at our first house. And they say, Alex, tell me a little bit about yourself. Oh, I'm from Wisconsin and I've managed hotels and I moved here and I got laid off. And the husband stops and he's like, when were you in the Navy? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've never been in the Navy. And the husband's like, are you serious? Because like Scott so-and-so said you guys were Navy brothers. Don't you know who Scott so-and-so is? Nope. And they realize in that moment, I'm not even the right real estate agent. They're in the car with the wrong guy. But at that point, it's like too late. They already flew there. They don't even know what the other... So they're just like, I guess this is our real estate agent now. They don't know that I've never sold any homes before and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I mean, this is true. This is a true story. And so we go and drive and go look at the first house. And they're like, okay, great. Let's put an offer in on this house. And I go, oh, okay, sure. So I go home that night and I literally Google how to do a real estate offer because I had no idea.
Okay.
And I finally get my broker on the phone and they help me kind of do the offer, but it was totally wrong. And, I didn't even get a call back on the offer. But I learned and I wasn't afraid and I just kept doing it. And we finally got them an accepted offer. Oh, I didn't even tell you the most incredible part. So when I tell them, hey, I'm not the right real estate agent, they told me the reason they're moving to Hawaii is they work for the NSA.
Wow.
Right? They are like the husband is a former FBI agent and they're moving there to work for the National Security Agency. So they do background checks for a living, but they didn't do one on the real estate agent. So I always tell people I tricked an FBI agent into buying a $1.42 million house. So I ended up selling these people an amazing house in Kaneohe. I mean, just the most incredible, amazing. I actually got them an amazing deal too. I was actually a pretty good realtor. And so I sell them the house. It closes after 30 days. I literally hand them the keys. And right when I hand them the keys, the husband stops and he goes, okay, Alex, we have to know, how many houses have you sold before? And I'm like, you can't lie to the FBI, right? So I say, actually, this is my first one ever. And the husband or the wife starts crying. The husband's like, oh my gosh, you did such an amazing job. And I really did give them an amazing deal. And so that is my crazy story. They thought I was the wrong guy. I sold them a house for $1.42 million. I made more money in my first sale than I did the entire previous year.
Wow.
And then I did 2 more. So it was life-changing, gave us some breathing room, gave us some, took away a little bit of debt, some of the payments, able to pay our rent, pay some people back. And it was just super life-changing. And then I got introduced to online business networking. So this was about end of 2021 when I got introduced to online business networking, and I really liked it. So we would come on Zoom, and this is how me and you met. We come on Zoom, we talk about our business, who we are, what we do. And it's a lot like working at a hotel because you get to meet a lot of new people. And that's what I love doing. I love meeting new people and talking to new people and helping people. And I started to share my story. So my story of going to Hawaii and getting laid off and finding finding the FBI agent and selling them a house. And, and they were like, you did that through social media? And I'm like, yeah. And so people start, how do you do that? And how do you post on TikTok? And how do you post on YouTube? And how do you use LinkedIn? And I started educating people and teaching people. And I started my own coaching business because I knew I wasn't going to live in Hawaii forever. I mean, I kind of want to go back now, but I lived there for 3.5 years. We moved out now. And I started coaching people online, like how to use social media. And then I realized, okay, social media is just one aspect of a business because I was learning how to run an online business myself. And, started selling coaching. And then I started doing more things for people, started doing design work and started helping them build websites and funnels. And then I opened up a full service digital marketing agency. So we would do things like Google ads and Facebook ads and TikTok ads and build websites and do SEO and do social media. I mean, everything, right? And I needed to do that because honestly, the coaching business wasn't making me enough money. And so I needed to expand my skill set and offer people more products so I could charge them more. And all along the way, I was always educating people and networking with people. I've always run my own events and done my own networking groups and, trained people, coached people. But I was never able to coach a lot of people. I would have to focus on like one person or two people, right? I couldn't, ever build the coaching business to really sustain me or to, I have big aspirations. I was the number one hotel, manager in the entire country for 2000 in the entire world for 2019.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And and then I got laid off, right? And that whole career path got destroyed. And then I wanted to become a real estate agent. I did that, and I did that to the highest level, right? And I tried to really expand that. And then I became a coach, and I wanted to do that, but it never really worked, right? It never really worked for me. I had a little bit of success, but I was constantly on that like roller coaster of like, you make a lot of money, you lose, you make a lot of money, you spend a lot of money, right? And life is so expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then everything I did, it was like, you do that, and then you have to work even harder, right? Once you get a lot of people who are buying your agency services and paying you thousands of dollars a month, well, then you got to work really hard for them. And that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of effort. And at the beginning of this year, actually quarter one of 2024, I've always been doing affiliate marketing and finding relationships and making introductions. At the beginning of this year, I made a massive affiliate deal that made me more money than my agency ever made, than real estate ever made. And it's completely passive income. And I was ready to close down everything and stop business networking and just ride off into the sunset. And thanks, everybody. And right as I was about to do that, I made this massive deal, really made me pretty free to do what I want in life. I found the Great Discovery.
Oh.
So the Great Discovery came at the perfect time. I was shutting down my agency. I was stopping everything else. And then I found the Great Discovery. And, if you're not familiar with the Great Discovery, what the Great Discovery is it is one of the most powerful tools for businesses ever created. It allows businesses, organizations, nonprofits, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people all over the world to collaborate together to support each other. And there's a monetization system, a tracking system, a payout system that monetizes and facilitates collaboration globally. Like I said, across businesses, industries, topics, niches, everybody can collaborate on this platform, do their core business. But now we actually have a system that can reward us for making those referrals or networking or collaborating together. So it's a huge, it's like a culmination of everything I've been doing. And now we have this, and me and Leigh have been collaborating on the platform together, running events, creating content together, doing podcasts like this together, and just sharing the Great Discovery because it's a brand new software. It's a brand new opportunity for people. And we're doing everything we can just to get it out there to as many people as possible. So that's a little bit about my story. A little bit maybe more than you were asking for, but
no, it's great.
But that's what brought us here today. Yeah.
But could you share with us what you and I had kind of chatted a little bit about? We really need to reach out to our children, right? Our grandchildren, your children when you have them, and about homeschooling teachers to how can we help them, because they're always looking for money, right? Even nonprofit, they're always looking for money. So how do we, because of our platform, which is an awesome platform, and that's why I think I have kind of ditched all of the other businesses that I am doing, because this makes more sense because I am promoting my product.
Yeah.
So please share with us about how we can help teachers. I think they're the ones that need the most.
Yeah. Well, the Great Discovery, it allows you to host and sell digital products online. Okay. So for teachers, you can create curriculum, you can create classes, you can create courses, you can create trainings for children of all ages. There's an entire kids login and platform that allows content providers to sell content. Like I said, it could be courses, classes, curriculum, whatever it is, to people all over the world in 100 plus languages in 200 plus countries. And I know a lot of teachers, they're overworked. They could, be fired. They could lose their job, maybe their work environment. They don't love all the things that sometimes come with teaching. Yeah. Right. And so we want to help them. We actually want to partner with teachers to help them create an additional stream of income, help them educate children globally, have a bigger impact than they've ever had, right? But do it online and do it through the Great Discovery platform. And we understand too that teachers, they don't understand video editing. They don't understand online marketing. They don't understand how to record video and edit video. That's something that I have done for a living for 3 years. And so we want to partner with teachers. We want to partner with them to help them create that curriculum online so they can go out there and continue to do what they're doing, but maybe do it in a little bit different of a way and be supported through a massive team. I mean, we have a massive team right now who are all working together through the Great Discovery to help each other in their core business, in the business that they want to do or whatever they want to do. The Great Discovery, it really allows people to put out content, digital products, content on any subject on the planet, right? And then there's an entire marketing system, promotion system, team system to help you go out there and to market and sell that content on a global scale, right? So that's kind of what we're really focused on teachers because, my background I'll say this, my grandfather was a university president. He's graduated thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Education is so important to me and to my family. But I went to college, but I actually learned more online than I ever did from college, from university. I went to a university and I learned more online. And so I understand the future of education is online. It isn't in an ivory tower. It isn't in a central location. It's in your hand. It's global. It's anywhere you want to be at any time of the day. And so there's a shift happening in education. It's shifting online. It's shifting to on-demand content and created by not just professors or PhDs, but everyone. I mean, everybody has something to learn. Everybody has something to teach. You can teach a course on anything. You can create digital products on anything, but there's never been a platform, a system, a software that's facilitated that globally. That's made it accessible, affordable in their native language, right? At a price point they can afford.
In their own currency too, right?
In their own currency, yeah. So the Great Discovery allows you to sell your courses, your products, your curriculum internationally in 200 plus countries. And then it will actually adjust the price of your content based upon that country's local CPI, Consumer Price Index. Basically, what's affordable to them. So in a country that's maybe developing or not as wealthy as America, it'll be cheaper in their country. And then countries that are developed, right, that can't afford it, your price will actually change depending on where you're selling it and who you're selling it to. And then not to mention the voice translation, right? You can translate your courses into over 100 different languages. So you can actually speak English. And then the Great Discovery will translate your course into Chinese, into Japanese, into French, into Spanish. And so you can actually teach people all over the world, right?
Right.
And then they give you that marketing system, right? That team system to actually help you go out there to market and promote it and to share it. And a lot of other things too, but go ahead, Leigh.
But because I think you're so giving to us, your community, mm-hmm. It makes a major difference for us to want to work and collaborate with others in the community because there is no selfishness among anybody. And that's a cool thing, and you don't find that in many businesses.
Yeah.
So, Alex, you're doing such a wonderful job at spearheading us because I'm older. Some of the things that you're talking about are like, oh my God, how do I go figure this out? And there are there are classes on TikTok, but you're offering a free one, right? Mm-hmm. So, that's one course we'd be happy to put into the description later and go get it because it's kind of long, but it's got a lot of information there.
So my TikTok course that was my original course, the first course I ever sold. I put a lot of effort into it. It's 61 lessons long. We interview top creators, people with 10 million plus followers. And I gave it away totally for free on the Great Discovery platform because a lot of people are interested. I used to charge $300 for it. Now it's totally free. It's on the Great Discovery and people can download it. And we'll put the link below. Cool.
Well, Alex, last words to you. And we say mahalo till the next time.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on, Leigh. I did want to mention the team. You mentioned the team. We are building a team. It's about collaborating. What the Great Discovery does is it facilitates and monetizes large group collaboration. So we have a team of literally hundreds of people all supporting each other, not in a new business, in our core businesses. And that's what I've always really wanted to do, is make an impact, really help a lot of people. I love meeting people. I love talking to people. I love building groups. I love community. And now we actually have a platform that makes that into a business.
Okay, so you just brought up another question in my head, because you said not taking us out of our core business.
Right.
So you're saying somebody who, let's say, prepaid legal, that's their main focus. So we would help them create content that could pass their compliance to load up on the Great Discovery, so they can educate people and then get hopefully a lead from that, right?
100%. Yeah, you can create a course on everything about your, Melaleuca business, about your prepaid legal business, about your home-based business, about your crafts business, about your plumbing business, about whatever business you have. You can create content on that's educational, that's informative. And then that course can educate people and then drive them into your core business, right? Or you could just promote your core business. Hey, thanks for taking this free course or this lesson or this listening to this webinar or this podcast. Now go buy my product or go buy my service or contact me here or schedule a meeting. That's really what the Great Discovery is about. It's about helping you in your core business, improving, enhancing, giving you a marketing channel. I always say the Great Discovery, it gives all of us access to a powerful marketing system that was once reserved for large businesses, big brands, and highly technical online marketers. It's combined the best aspects of many different marketing systems and put it into one software that you can now leverage for your business. And so it's never been done before. I mean, I can't stress this enough. The Great Discovery is doing something that's never been done before. Facilitating large group collaboration across countries, industries, languages, organizations, nonprofits, mom and pops, solopreneurs, content creators, course creators, teachers, authors, all around the world. I mean, it's super, super exciting. And the craziest part about this, Leigh, is we are the first to know about it. We're the first to go out there and share it with people. And so we want to put it on the biggest stage, shout out the biggest megaphone and let everybody know, because it is a breakthrough concept. It's totally transformed how I look at business, how I do business, how we collaborate with people online and in person. And it's just, the most amazing opportunity that I can't overstate, because with the Great Discovery, you are paid as an affiliate 7 different ways on an infinite chain of referrals. So it's not just the people that we introduce. It's not just me and Leigh. It's everybody that comes through this relationship, everybody that comes through this collaboration infinitely and into forever.
But the cool thing, though, is we don't even need to be sponsored somebody in who takes a course from Joe Schmo.
Right.
And that's the cool thing, is that I have never received commission, so to speak, from somebody that I didn't directly bring in.
Right.
And they're somebody I brought in is taking a course from Joe Schmo, and I get a smidgen of something. Yep. And I think that's the key. So teachers, content creators, man, this is people hate it when we say it's a no-brainer, but it is a no-brainer to get money from affiliates, because we all help you.
Yeah, I mean, getting started as an affiliate, you can get started for $5. For an entire year, you can participate in the Great Discovery for $5. I mean, it's so accessible, it's so powerful. It really is a software, a platform, a system for the 95% of us, right? And it's taken a company, we didn't even talk about Six Sigma, but it's taken a company, research Six Sigma. This comes out of Six Sigma. This is the 4th generation of Six Sigma. Six Sigma is used by all the top business, by 82% of Fortune 100 companies, 53% of Fortune 500 companies, the US military. It could be started by a more credible, a more established organization. And they've created this software, this system for all of us now that we can now leverage and use in our business and in our community. So I got to wrap it up too, Leigh. Thank you so much for having me on. Say thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.